Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we're taking a look at City of Brass by Uppercut Games, a indie development studio made up of ex-members of Irrational, who were Ken Levine's team that made Bioshock, and etc, etc. This is their first excursion by themselves. It is available now on Steam. It came out on the 4th of May. I was a little late getting around to trying out the review copy that they did send me. They describe it as a FPS inspired by Arabian Nights. They also liken certain elements of it to Bioshock, although I think that's more so just to remind people where they came from. And more accurately, in my opinion, Spelunky. It's very similar to Spelunky, except it's first person, with a bit more of a roguelike-ish layer attached. I've been playing it for about an hour by myself. I've done the tutorial, I've done numerous runs, none of which I've been able to get past the first boss. Let's jump into a run. Also, they gave me like the Founders Edition, so my whip and sword might look a bit different to yours if you just buy the Standard Edition. As far as I'm aware, it's cosmetic, but I don't know for sure. We'll worry about burdens and blessings later. But there's my starting loadout. Armour, a lamp, whip, sword. You always have a whip and a sword. Actually, no, you don't always have a sword, because I started one with a torch at one point. Either way, the setup is there's this hidden city that kind of hid themselves from the world to hoard all their gold, and then they soon realised as their traders and whatnot left, they were left with gold and whatnot, but not food. But they're also kind of, oh, what's this doing here? Collect insurance? I didn't know that was a thing. So they kind of just, their city vanishes, it's filled with genies and skeletons. This is a trap. You have to trigger it with your whip before you move in. We'll worry about genies and stuff like that once we're a few rooms deep. I'm talking and moving at the same time because you have that timer in the top right there. I don't know what happens if you're still on the floor by the time it ends. Similarly to Spelunky, I assume some super strong enemy comes to get you. You can also grab stuff that's a little bit further away from you with your whip, which is very nice. So I'm using WASD to move. Left click is my sword, right click is the whip, but you can also press Q to do a pull in with the whip, and I think, is it Z? There was another move with the whip, but I never used it, so I've forgotten it. And the arrow up the top is pointing us to where the exit for level is. Top left is our HP, then gold and wishes. Wishes change what are available in shops. Specifically, it makes them much more rare, but also more expensive. Now, when there isn't an environmental hazard around, I'll be able to show you combat proper. But it pays to make use of it. Ooh, there's a lot of people. So, the whip is very key to the combat. If you whip an enemy in the head, it stuns them. Also, it might be a little loud when I'm actually in combat. Hang on, let's just maybe bring down the master volume just a little bit. Let's pull that over to myself and go like, go bait. I don't think I hit it. Yeah, if you aim the whip at their feet, they will fall over. I don't know if you can... Oh, there's a special one back there. I don't know if you can whip projectiles out there. I've not tried that. They're slightly tougher, these ones. Gonna need you to sit down for a second there, good sir. Thank you. Combat is pretty basic, although you can get things which alter how you fight. We're gonna need to spend our gold to get that though. The blue genie we passed was a shop, but he was only selling health, so we don't need to worry about that too much yet. I really should be hurrying. I think I'm running out of time. These armless ones, they like to charge you. I'll take that. The traps do hurt enemies. Part of the tutorial teaches you, like, pull enemies into traps. Like I just did there. Hello, good sir. What are you selling over here? Disable all the traps for 500 gold. It's very expensive. I think we're just going to ignore it. That's another thing you can do. You can just go like, whoop. We need to get out this floor. Oh, that is a trap. A very large proportion of the damage I've taken in City of Brass so far is to traps. I've not been paying... Oh, case in point. I either misjudged their AoE, or I don't notice the floor traps. Light of following, element of surprise, plate of porcelain. Porcelain gives you 1 armor. We'll take that. We'll take that as well. We won't take that? I guess I already have it. We can use a wish. And that changes him so he has more expensive stuff. I can afford Sands of Time, so let's buy that. What does that do? A second chance, but one that leaves you only barely better than dead. So you come back on half a heart, is what that's telling me. We'll have a look at the menu of like gear and stuff I found already once we proceed a little bit. I really need to get off this floor ASAP. But I do also want to grab some gold. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. I'll have a look at what he's selling in a second. You can also double tap to do a dodge. I don't think that was in the tutorial now I think, but I kind of accidentally discovered that myself. What are you selling? Summon companion, sure. Oh, got a little skeleton friend. Now if I don't find the exit soon, we are going to find out what happens when that timer runs out, so putting a bit of a move on. Can't afford any of that. Ah, there's the exit. Whee! So that was 1 floor of City of Brass. And now we're going into the Forbidden Markets. As I say, I've not been able to make it past the 3rd boss, because every time I've gotten to the 3rd boss I'm on half a heart or a heart at best. And I'm not 100% sure how to kill it yet. But as you can see, like there's 1 boss, 2 boss, 3 boss, 4 boss, and then a final boss. With spatterings of areas in between. So we have a new timer. Did we keep our ghostly friend? Oh, we do. Good. Don't know if he has a health bar or if he's just like sharing my health. See, very frequently when you open doors like that, there's a trap instantly, and you've got to trigger them with the whip. And I have a bad habit of wanting to go fast, which I know is counterproductive to, or not counterproductive. That's not what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't think that watching me play Isaac, but in first-person games, I like being on the move. So I haven't gotten the habit yet of, in case in point, this is a pitfall trap. Now, what do we have here? Can't afford any of those. I will take this though. It's a nice little firebomb trap. These are like hot sand blasts that apparently hurt a lot. Something died there because one of the fedora wearing ones was sitting there. There's a big hole in the floor. Oh, that's a trap. Very nearly. Oh, there's a ghostly chicken that I accidentally killed. Whoops. So what those are supposed to do is they're decoys. Oh, there's an archer one down there. They run away and shoot at a distance, unless you drop them down a pit, of course. Hey, you can hold your own. Good job, skeleton. The good skeleton, not one of the many bad skeletons. Oh, God, there's traps everywhere. Hello, I'm over here now. Oh, they can ram each other too, nice. I'm getting better at the combat. I find the hit registry... Did you kill my ghost? Oh no, it's another ghost chicken. I was trying to throw him down the pit. 275 for a heart. It's a very expensive deal. I also see no treasure here. My ghost skeleton did die. Oh, I see a treasure chest as well. I don't think that hit her. Now we have enough for health. I feel like he did ram me and probably should have... Oh, he freaked out a little bit. Probably should have hit me. Since the game is out, I was able to look at the Steam store page to see how people are taking to it. It's sitting on very positive at time of recording. It's not an early access or anything like that either. It is released as a finished game. And I honestly think the fairest comparison is first-person Spelunky. It comes across like that. Death can just happen. Oh, I thought I heard someone. I really should go back for that health, I suppose. We have a lot of gold. We've got time. We're like halfway through the floor timer. Where was that? There he is. I don't know what happens if you use a wish on this guy. I don't really want to, in case it just makes him have like some, like 2 health for 1,000. Although I guess we would have been close to affording that. Oh, another chest. Maybe now I wish I had. Let's take this with us. The game is available for a little bit of a premium, I would say. Just a little bit on the higher side for... They killed themselves. For an indie game. At £15.49. Obviously you can check the Steam store page, which I'll link in the description box below for you to... I will buy insurance, sure. I guess that means I keep my gold if I die. The leftover gold, that is. Check the Steam store page to see your regional equivalent, whatever that is. I guess that would put it at like $30 probably, or $25 maybe. So Tarted Dwellings, we can't leave this area until we kill the boss. And the boss is in a little pagoda type thing and has some kind of force field. And I've been, like, my last run prior to recording this, I was hitting it with a whip a lot and nothing was happening. Nothing seemed to be happening. I wasn't getting any visual clues that I was actually making progress towards killing it. So my new theory is I find stuff to chuck at it, which maybe breaks the shield and let me do damage with my weapons. We shall try and see. For some reason, like, you can't turn very easily when the level loads in. You have to jump these regardless. Heels of Rising, Bracelet of the Phoenix, or Vest of Alliance. Let's try the Bracelet of the Phoenix. What does that do? No, that's about the shop. What does the item do? I want to know what the item does. Damn. I mean, it'll be in the list there somewhere, but... Might come back for those boots of jumping. I don't think they're going to be particularly helpful against the first boss. But in general, if we actually win, it could be. Alright. So he's that way. Would have loved to have had a skeletal companion to help me here. That is a trapdoor. Oh, that's the boss right up there. I mean, I guess I'll just go for it. I've never fought the boss with this much HP before. So yeah, it summons these balls and the balls chase you. But I don't know how to, like, hurt it. When you whip, the whip makes a noise like you're doing something. But I'm not really... Does it have a health bar I'm just not seeing? Maybe? Also, it's very loud now. I'm trying to, like, just sidestep dodge, but they sometimes heat seek. Surely something would have happened by now if I was doing the right thing. Yeah, this ain't working. I can't throw that. I need to find a throwable. Ow! Oh wait. Knocked her out there. So there is a burning torch there. I'm looking for gold to collect because I bought the insurance, so that means the next run after this could be better. But there's not enough visual clues for what you're supposed to be doing to the boss, in my opinion. Like, hitting with... Oh, hello there. Hitting with the sword does nothing. I get that. Whoops. But it feels like hitting with the whip is doing something, yet I was doing it for like a minute there solid, and nothing was happening. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. It also may have reset her health now. Or his health, rather. Oh, maybe try hitting the... I can destroy them, I think. Yeah. Oh, hit them back at her, maybe? Yeah! Okay. Oh, hello there. You don't have a shield now. I'm still gonna die. Stunned her. Ow. It's going to be like rule of 3. Alright, well at least now I know. Hey, I feel like I was on target there and that didn't count. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. The hit registration is sometimes very bad. Oh, right, we bought the one more chance, but it's only half a heart, so it's not really going to help. Unless I can buy health. I don't really want to spend the money. I want it for a better run. We could go looking, but I'd need to spend a crap ton of gold just to get like one more hit in me, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, I feel like I was aiming correctly there. Like the icon was correct, but the shots weren't bouncing. It did that time. See, I didn't do anything different that time. Oh, I killed her. So her health wasn't resetting, which is good. Well, now I kind of want to win, but who knows if I can. How much is it to disable traps? Just make sure it's telling the truth. It is, okay. I don't want to fight anybody, I just want to run to the end. Leave me alone. I am but an innocent traveller. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. Oh no, that's an aggressive turret. Yeah. Oh wait, I went past. Through here. Pardon me, excuse me, just passing through. She's very cross about me passing through. Oh no, it's a dead end. No! Well, at least I know how to kill the first boss now. A bit more visual feedback on what you're supposed to do would have been nice, though. Well, let's go to the main menu and I'll show you the journal that keeps track of everything a la Spelunky. So if we close this... No, I don't want to close the whole thing. I want to close the entry. Close them back. Which one do I press? There we go, good to see. So we can have a look at some of the gear, like Coin of Soldiering. Makes any guard summoned from the Sellsword Genie deadlier in combat. In other words, that time I summoned a Skeletal Ghost, if I had that, it would have made him much more powerful. Which one do I press to just go back to the list? Surely it's close, right? Hang on. Alright, go into like Flame of Sight. Press back. That's not confusing at all. No, that makes perfect sense. I think the full stuff is the stuff you would start with if you didn't have the Founder's Edition. Which is why it's saying I've not used them at all. But you can turn off the Founder stuff in the options. I found that by accident. There. So if you feel like you don't want an advantage, assuming it even gives you an advantage, because I don't know, then that is the way to do it. Alright, well, we'll do one more run. We can have a look at Burdens and Blessings. They allow you to make the game easier or harder depending on the challenge you want. Increases player damage, increases player health, fewer enemies. Enemies respawn, increase enemy movement speed, reduce all genie costs. I'm not going to do any of those because I still want to like try and complete the game vanilla first. My general impressions of City of Brass are, again keeping in mind these are just first impressions, however. It's a little rough around the edges for a game that is not early access. The hit registration needs to be worked on. And it hasn't quite grabbed me as a roguelike. I'm not sure I'll be playing it again after this video. But that's not necessarily because it's a bad game, it just hasn't grabbed me right. It looks nice, the combat feels fine once you get used to it. I don't fully understand the items on offer yet to talk about like longevity in terms of how different each individual run will be. The runs have felt kind of samey to me so far, but then I also haven't got past the first boss. Just gonna make sure I'm not gonna get attacked. Porcelain Lash of Reach or Flame of Sight. I'll take one of everything, please. Aha! So that gives you the torch. Torch is better than the sword in my opinion because it sets things on fire, so by default that makes it better. Disable all traps for 500. Unnecessary. Sit down. Also get burned by that. You're not, or just burned by my torch, I guess. lot of enemies here, surprisingly. See, I feel like that swing there should have caught that guy's head and set him on fire, but it didn't. He'll burn to death, it's fine. Body of Thorns. Though they may strike you, so they will themselves be scarred. I press back instead of close because it makes perfect sense. So when an enemy hits me, they take damage. Simple enough. This is an appropriate amount of fire. Love to say in chat, but I want to get to the next level. I'd love to like see the next area beyond that first boss. That's a trap. Damn it. See what am I telling you? I want to go fast and just end up walking into traps. Alright, we made it though. At this rate, I'm going to make it to the boss with one hit again. We saw how well that ended last time. If the price was a little lower, I think it would be easier to recommend. The music and like sound design and all that, not that I particularly ever focus on that very much. It's fine, the aesthetic is good. Coin of Soldiering, there's that coin we were talking about. The reason I'm now looking for gold is just in case I find the ability to summon a soldier. See, again, I had the icon for the stun headshot there. But I think because I was in motion when I did it, as in like headshot, but I was moving, that's what threw the hit detection off, I think. I don't know. Either way, it is frustrating to see the icon, press the button and not have it happen. Oh, that was very close. And sneaky. Burn him. Or burn them, actually. The fire hadn't disappeared! That was kind of nice. I tried to trip him up, but because the flame was behind him, the flame knocked him back upwards. Hello there, my burning friend. What do you mean you're not burning yet? I have found a chest that was trapped before, so you kind of have to be careful when you examine it. If it takes a bit too long, back up, because it's about to attack you. Or poison you, in the case of the one I found. Oh, that was an enemy genie. I would love to buy a heart. Can I buy more than one? I don't think I can buy more than one. I think I need to get behind you. Nope. Yeah, that is a one-time deal. You can use a wish to get those turrets on your side. Where the... It's the first time I've actually had... The air vent behind me. First time I've had trouble finding the exit while following the arrow. I mean, I don't think it's going to matter because I think we're going to die prior to that, but... This is the exact same room. It's an excessive number of traps. Give me a second to think here. It's right on the other side of this wall, but there's no door here. That's obviously just a trapdoor. Presumably that's insta-death if you fall on one of them, because even if you had full health, you couldn't climb back out. never fallen in one of those pits yet. Yes, I see you over there, friendo. You haven't seen the exit, have you? Yeah, clearly I missed something back the way, which is a problem because I can't safely get back there. Gotta come further to the left over here. I'm gonna die to a trap at this rate. Ooh, accidentally sidestepped. That was almost it right there. My unceasing need to pointlessly swing around. I heard gold there. Don't know where it is though. I guess to save a little bit of gold. So it's got to be this way and round. That's the first time I've been truly thrown off by the direction the arrow was telling me. That hasn't happened before, and it's very unfortunate it has now. I believe the spikes still hit me, yes. I'm not sure what ranking up does. I think it just adds more things to the pools of the genie stores. But I think that's going to do it for this look at City of Brass. As I say, it's not really grabbed me in particular, but my opinion of it appears to be in the minority because it's doing okay on the Steam reviews so far. These have just been first impressions. By all means, check it out for yourself at the link I'll put in the description box below. Thank you for checking out this video though. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Ta for now.